Let's start with Minnesota. It'd be very easy for me. Kirk Cousins can't win Monday Night Football. He's 0-9. And I'm hearing it this morning. Colin, his offensive line stinks. Listen, you do get how the NFL works. Outside of Dak Prescott, most guys don't come out of college and inherit the best O-line, a great running back, good weapons, best stadium. It's not the way it works. It is all about overcoming in this league. It's not that Kirk Cousins lost. It's that he had 7 first downs at home. It's not that Kirk Cousins lost. It's that they averaged 2.6 yards a play with all those weapons. It's not that Kirk Cousins lost. It's that it was at home against a so-so defense, and they got 3 first-half turnovers handed to them in Green Bay territory. Nobody thinks Kirk Cousins is Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't. He's 6'2", 205. He's as big as me. He's not big, doesn't have a cannon arms, not super athletic. We all know the game. Tractors or trailers. He needs to be pulled. He's not a guy that can pull the franchise. But if you're making $28 million a year, 3 or 4 times a year, your team doesn't have their top 2 running backs, your offensive line's getting worked, you need to carry the team. And he can't, ever. And Bears fans and Viking fans, Aaron Rodgers makes you very, very touchy about the quarterback situation because you haven't had a quarterback as good as Green Bay in, I don't know, 2.5 decades between Favre and Rodgers. So Viking fans get very defensive and Bear fans get very defensive about Trubisky or there's a Kirk Cousins. The reason you get defensive and angry is because you know the truth. You got the better roster. You got the better defense. Even at home, Aaron comes into town and beats you. And Aaron didn't play particularly well. And they turned the ball over 3 times. It's not... Teams don't need even Patrick Mahomes to carry the team. Carson Wentz, some of his career, he's been carried by a very good team. Last 3 weeks, the Eagles have said, listen, bro, we're out of players. Can you carry us? And Carson Wentz is like, get on my back. It's all me, 3-0. Tom Brady this year, no tight end productivity, no deep threat, 2 rookie wide receivers. Revolving door at left tackle. Lost his Pro Bowl center. Lost Brian Flores on the defensive staff. Tom, can you still win us a division? I got this. Jimmy Garoppolo. The Niners have asked him about 3 times this year. They said, Jimmy, our defense didn't show up. Can you win in New Orleans? You know, can you win about 3 times this year? Can you beat the Rams? Our defense can't stop anybody. And Garoppolo 3 times. And I don't think Garoppolo is brilliant, but Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, Garoppolo, guys, I got this. This is not a position for trust fund kids. You don't wake up rich. You got to grind through every NFL season. Dak's the exception. Weapons, running back, O-line, that is the exception. Plays in a state without big, ugly weather. Most guys, even the great ones, Drew Brees, by the way, there are times that he can't move the ball. Last couple times they played Dallas. He didn't carry the team every week. Mahomes doesn't carry him every week. But, you know, I hear this constant, well, Kirk doesn't have this. I'm not interested in the problems. I'm simply looking for solutions with quarterbacks. And we're not asking Kirk to carry the team. We're not. We're just saying 3 or 4 times a year, could you make a play? And he can't. Again. So you're always telling me what Kirk Cousins doesn't have. Here's what he doesn't have. A win on Monday night. Ever. He's 0-9. That's what he doesn't have. And when you make $28 million, on those nights you don't have everything, you are the difference. We're going to lean on you to be the difference. And I think Kirk's a nice guy, but there's no reason to get defensive. There's no reason to make excuses. Aaron Rodgers didn't have a perfect night. Garoppolo this year. Brady this year, Carson Wentz this year, Patrick Mahomes has been playing on 1 foot in October, November. But if you make $28 million, you gotta occasionally carry the team. It's not asking much with that coach and that defense. All right, let's go to Green Bay because we need to give them credit, right? I always feel like Visa and MasterCard after the Packers when I have to give them credit. So here's basically what my eyes are telling me. They're okay. Congrats, you're 12-3 and won the division. First, my eyes tell me things. Green Bay basically has one perimeter weapon, Davante Adams. Nothing after that. Their offense is basically Davante Adams, make a play, or hand it to Aaron Jones. They're both spectacular, and that is it. Belichick would love to face these guys. Bracket Davante Adams, crowd the box, take away Aaron Jones. They don't have a third punch. Defensively, they're 13th in sacks, 18th in total defense. Offensively, they're 16th in yards per play, 22nd in third down conversions, 17th in second half scoring, 21st in total defense. I don't know what to say. Congrats on winning the division at 12-3 and getting a bye and playing at home and potentially getting a number one seed. Congratulations. But my eyes tell me one thing and stats tell me another. I got a young coach who I think is going to be the second best coach in any NFC playoff game to Doug Peterson, to Pete Carroll, to Sean Payton, to Kyle Shanahan, or if they had to play the Vikings again, to Mike Zimmer. And next time they'll have their star running back, Dalvin Cook. My eyes tell me Green Bay is good enough to win the NFC North at 12-3, but I see a completely limited team. They take the ball away and they don't give it back. They've got a New England feel. They've got very limited playmakers, but they don't give you many free touchdowns, and they do take the ball away, top 10 in the league. So there's that. And the other thing is Aaron Rodgers, snippy and petty, seems to be happy this year. They're just boxes I think you need to check to win the Super Bowl. One of them is head coach. I think they'll have one of the weakest head coaches in football. Another one is playmakers. Not a lot of them. The other one is quarterback. Okay, they check that. Opportunistic defense, if not great. They kind of check that. They'll play at home. They do check that. But, boy, when I look at the numbers that matter offensively and defensively and the coach, and they don't throw the ball, by the way, down the field well, that's with Aaron Rodgers. One receiver, one back I like. They won. Congrats, 12-3. You're at home. It's lining up. I just do not. This feels very Green Bay over the last 20 years. They'll play a playoff game at Lambeau. They'll win a playoff game at Lambeau. And they're just not special enough to get to the next level. Even if they played Minnesota again in Lambeau, Dalvin Cook's back, I'd take Minnesota. I really would. I would take Minnesota. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.